Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another educational commentary. For anyone new here, essentially what I'm doing is I'm talking through everything that I'm thinking about so that you guys can see the consistencies across all my games and apply it yourself. Today we are playing in Platinum and Emerald, and we are playing against a Kaynsante with Unsealed Spellbook. So let's jump into the action. As per usual, you guys already know me, I like to control the brushes. So here we go, to the brushes we go. Auto attack, enter the brush. Auto attack, enter the brush. And what this does is just make sure that the minions can't see you, so you don't take damage from the minions, because a lot of people have a lot of problems with minions just taking down their HP. And notice how I'm just full HP, because we are making sure that the minions can't see us. Wave's bouncing towards us, which is fine. And we'll just let the wave push towards us. He's 2 here, don't get level 2 cheesed when your opponent's at level 2. And you are level 1. So we're going to back up here, play away from the brushes now, and towards our tower. And it looks like he does a 2-wave crash, which I'm not going to lie, it's kind of terrible. Because even if he bases here, he can't buy items. He can get a refill potion maybe, but he can't buy like a cloth armor, he can't buy anything in that nature, and I get to nicely build up a 3-wave crash. But it looks like he does base here, or he doesn't base, he stays. So I'll continue poking him. And for those of you who have been here for a while, you may notice that my mic sounds a bit different. I did not get a new mic, I just messed with the settings, and we'll be changing it and trying different things as I continue filming more and more of these. So we are building a wave crash back, where the first wave was a cannon wave, as we can see in this position right here. And then the next wave is a non-cannon wave, and the wave that just spawned right now is a non-cannon wave also, which is the wave we'll be crashing on. And this is essentially a simple 3-wave crash that people need to learn on Vayne top lane. Because right now we have a really big wave. If we get ganked by Kha'Zix here, we can potentially fight back and kill both of them because the wave is so big. So yeah, right now we're going to crash the wave. Some damage on him. Kha'Zix is ganking us, which is fine. Leave him to the wall, and I should kill him here. They know I can't base check, Sag. So, we'll just take a base, we crash the wave, we're fine. Unfortunate. I believe they both flashed, I'm not quite sure. But we did end up trying to go for it while our lethal tempo was still available, but it did not work out. So, I think right here, I'm gonna grab a cull into a refillable potion. Try to maximize the amount of gold that we're spending there. Didn't want to wait too long. Also, recently, someone pointed out that when I was switching to red trinket back to yellow trinket, the cooldown wasn't lowering anymore, so I need to break out of that habit. But going back to the lane, it's pushing towards us. We are going to control board our Tribush right here in this exact position on red side, because it is very hard for them to clear that pink because it's so far in your side of the map. So we're going to farm here, and we will get a CS lead through good wave management, because we crashed the wave before we went for that weird tower dive that we decided to do. And the wave bounced back, so we are not in a position where we are screwed. These minions are not being nice to me today. Alright, now the wave's bouncing back. Kaynsante is bot lane, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start pushing the wave. And we have a weird wave state here where it starts non-cannon into cannon. And the next 2 waves will be non-cannon, but since Kaynsante is bot, I'm just going to push and we won't have to worry about that. So let's push, 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 push. Occasionally use our Q. We don't want to spam our Q too much. And you definitely don't want to be using your E. And then we're going to position over here. Pop a ward here, and Kaynsante TP top lane. And now we're just going to poke Kaynsante. Notice how and where I'm standing when I'm poking my opponents underneath their turret. And this applies to both sides for Vayne. Top or red side or blue side, doesn't matter. There are different ways that you poke on both sides. And notice how I play towards this side. instead of playing towards near the wall on the top side over here. Yeah, we're just continuing to poke him. Don't get knocked underneath his turret. And now we're just gonna one-wave shove on repeat over and over again, and hopefully I have my ghost before I get ganked by Kha'Zix again. The biggest thing here is making sure that you don't E the K'Sante when he charges up his W, because it'll just absorb your E and won't even knock him back. And making sure that we don't get knocked up by Q3, I believe, of K'Sante. Oh, that's a misclick. That was a misclick. That's okay. It happens. Alright, now let's push the wave and take a base. Because we are now in prime position to die to Kha'Zix. Let's push and get out of here. Because Kha'Zix is top side. He's doing wolves right now into Gromp. And he's going to gank top because I have no ultimate. So I'm going to ping my Hecarim here. I'm going to get ganked by Kha'Zix. So I'm going to ping Hecarim to cover me here. Hopefully he does come. He's going to E to a minion here and Q me. Dodge. If he predicted me, I would die. And we're going to shove here and maybe potentially dive this K'Sante. I'm not sure what the Hecarim wants. Probably does not want to go for that play. And I'm surprised Kha'Zix has not ganked me because he was just top side. Maybe he was low. So my Hecarim does decide to do Herald. I'm going to pay attention to if Kha'Zix jumps on top of him, but pretty much all we're doing right now is we're just one wave shoving on repeat over and over again and just poking the K'Sante, working down the HP of the turret and creating the pressure that Hecarim needs to do Herald here. So yeah, poke the tower. K'Sante, tower, K'Sante, K'Sante, and continue pushing. And as you can see here, we're just slowly harassing him down. He has two options. Take a base and lose a ton of minions, or continuously get poked out by me on repeat over and over again. And it looks like he's choosing the option to continue getting poked out. I think there might be a dive angle here from Hecarim. Okay, very nice. I did lose the tower gold, but we managed to kill 2 people with the Hecarim ganking us, which is a massive W, so we'll take it. We'll live, grab 1 plating here, and we'll push out this wave and take our base. So right there, that was a pretty lucky scenario with what happened. Hecarim ganking for us, heralding. The enemy team being very low through our poke, and we were able to turn it and grab 2 kills without dying. We'll just finally push this wave here and take my base. I cannot assist you, my good sir. So, let's take a base and come back, and we should be in a prime position to take this tower over the next 4 minutes. Berserker Greaves activated. Blade of the Rune King. Pieces activated. Pop my health potion. Let's look at my yellow trinket cooldown. 108? It went to 123 when I switched. Okay. Basically, guys, a long time ago, not a long time ago, maybe like 3 months ago, if you switched your trinket from red to yellow, your yellow trinket cooldown will go down. But I probably missed the patch note, because I don't read patch notes, where the yellow trinket now goes up. Because it only used to go up when you ran an Ingenious Hunter or something that lowered cooldowns of items. But it is what it is. Right now, we are now building up a 2-wave non-cannon crash, I believe, which is essentially building up 2 non-cannon. Non-cannon, non-cannon. And then you crash the wave so that the next wave that's spawning is a cannon minion. So what we're going to do here is hold the wave, chill for a second, and hard shove the next one. So let's start shoving a little bit right here. This is the prime time to gank me right now from Kha'Zix and K'Sante, is when I'm push up after this wave. I have no sums, and I only have my ult and good peer movement. to win the 1v2. So if they gank me right now, I'm very likely going to die. Unless I do a crazy outplay, which I'll go for. So again, poking the tower, hitting the K'Sante, poking and using the... Oh, we dodged her Q! Oh my god! Ward the bush fast. Okay, Kha'Zix isn't coming. Oh, Kha'Zix is dead. Okay, so when you're fighting against Diana, go rewatch that play right now and look at the way I move. At all points of the time when I was fighting Diana. I was fighting Diana in a way where I would position so that if Diana shot her Q, I would be inside the crescent of the Diana Q relative to her positioning. I'll try to take this tower here. He's tilted. So my biggest piece of advice when you're fighting Diana is after all the initial burst happenings where she jumps on you, ult, all that fancy jazz, is when it comes down to the wire of just people's abilities and auto attacks that are remaining, you want to... we're gonna go Phantom Dancer, by the way. You want to be positioned in a way where it's like she's shooting a crescent at you and you're inside the crescent, essentially. That's the position that you want to be in. And that position is generally to her right, because when she shoots out her crescent, it comes from the right-hand side and it arches around from the right-hand side. So if you're able to position yourself in a way where you're inside of it, which is what I was trying to do the entire time, and you'll see, it'll make sense, you can potentially dodge her Q and win. Because you take less damage, and her Q is a ton of damage, right? And if you're able to apply that level of thinking to every person's ability that you're going to be fighting in the laning phase, or even 1v2, and just dodge like these simple abilities, Gragas Q, for example, Diana Q, right? Kha'Zix W, right? K'Sante QW. You're able to avoid more damage, which means you have more HP, and you can potentially turn it on your opponent. Again, it sounds kind of dumb, right? Just dodge everything, but you have to break down. Unfortunate. Wait, where's Diana going? What? What? Oh, I missed it. I'm dead. Oh. I misclicked and I died and I got hit by the Lux Q. Unfortunate. But that's okay. So, this game we are going to go Blade of the Ruined King, and then let's build into a Phantom Dancer and grab maybe more crit items. We're just going to change it up a little bit because everyone already knows that Saskio is a big fan of Blade of the Ruined King, into Rage Blade, into Wit's End. Because Saskio is an avid hater of the Static Shiv build into Trinity Force, into Immortal Shield Bow build. So, yep, we're just going to change it up, throw on some other random items while we do our educational commentary to keep it interesting for you guys, so you guys don't see the same build on repeat over and over again. But continuing on, mid-game! You're like, hey Saskio, what do I do after 15 minutes? I'm winning the lane, what do I do? Do I group? Do I do this? Do I do that? Right? Here's my piece of advice. You have two options. This is when you're winning. You go side lane, you push out the wave, and you continue to pressure near their turret. If you notice that you're getting collapsed on, you can run away, or you can take the 1v2, 1v3 that's coming your way. Or you push the wave past the halfway point. This is the halfway point, you push it past, and then you rotate over to mid, and you create a numbers advantage. Because when you push the wave, your opponent responds to the minion wave. And if you're rotating to mid lane, they are top lane catching the wave, which means it's a, in theory, 5v4. Even if they TP in, you're still at a numbers advantage for 5 seconds-ish, because they still have to go for the TP timer. So that's just a little piece of advice for playing mid-game. But in this case, I'm side laning because I saw K'Sante mid lane, and I knew he wouldn't be able to respond to what I was doing. So we get a free tower. And we're going to base here, grab a Phantom Dancer. We're going to click tab. What is the next objective? The next objective is Hex Tech Dragon. So right now, I want to put myself in a position when I am pressuring top right here, when there's about, I would say, 20 seconds left before the dragon spawns, so that the enemy team has two options. A, deal with Saskio by sending multiple people to deal with me. And if they send multiple people, I have two options. Fight and probably kill one or even all of them, or just run away. And if any of those things happen, regardless, my teammates get a free dragon because they don't have enough people to fight the dragon area. This is all theory again. It can get stolen and stuff, right? It is what it is. But it's all theory. So right now, Kha'Zix is down there. Lux is down there. It seems like they're sending multiple people down there. So we should have... Okay. Someone died. But we should have advantage. Right here, as we can see, I'm still pushing. They have two options. They are committing to... They're committing to dragon and they're losing. They sent one person to deal with me, but one person is not enough to deal with me. I see. They sent two people to deal with me. Okay. I see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have Blade of the Rune King, we have Phantom Dancer. Let's try a new build. It looks like they have a lot of melee champions, so I'll be able to auto-attack a lot for free. What if we went here? Navori Quick Blades, just to spice in things up a little bit. But yeah, right there, the enemy team had two options. Send multiple for dragon, which they kind of did. They split their resources, which is why they ended up losing one side of the map. They split their resources by sending 2 to dragon. It was roughly 2 or 3 to dragon. And then they sent 2 for top, which was me. And then they ended up losing the dragon because we had 3 at the dragon area. And then they had 2 to kill me, so then I died. So it's a very simple numbers game, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, yes, there are angles where you can catch someone off guard. You can have a... You can outplay like a 1v2 or whatnot, so then it didn't even really matter, right? It just comes down to understanding what the best resource allocations are for your team, and you make the play from there. So right here, the enemy team has 3 options. Go deal with top, go deal with bot, go deal with mid. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go farm for a second and see the map develop itself. Instead of pressuring here, then just dying for free, you let the map develop itself by simply just walking to the jungle and hanging out for a second. And they sent one top to Caitlyn. She's still top. Maybe I can get a catch on her here. So let's see if we can get a flank on her. We definitely win this one for one. Not even close. Okay, Xerath's got it. I was gonna flash over the wall, but I saw Xerath nearby, so I'll just let him have it. And we'll just simply take the W. Xerath got a kill and continue pressuring. And I'm paying attention to the map here. Diana and K'Sante seem to be topside. Right now, I'm going to back off because they're rotating top right now. This is a smart back off. Because if I stand there and push the minion wave, they'll all jump on me and I'll die. I need to let the map develop itself. I need to let my mid lane push, let bot lane push out the wave before I take on any unnecessary risk. Because right there, if you walked up and died, Kha'Zix would have clearly ganked you. Diana would have clearly ganked you, and K'Sante would have clearly jumped on you. And you would just die for free. And that is something that a lot of people do. And then they end up typing in the chat, hey guys, they sent 3 for me. Why aren't you doing anything? It's because your teammates are not in a position to do something. Oh. They sent 3 people for me. I wasn't paying attention. Hey guys, why aren't you doing anything? I'm just joking. Alright. And as you can see there, I died. And the reason why is because no one was in a position to do something. LeBlanc finally did end up getting into a position, but she wasn't there when I died. She was still pushing the wave. If I was a little bit more patient, then she would be in a position to start pressuring. So then the enemy team has, again, 2 options. Deal with the split pusher, in this case, which is LeBlanc, she has the power, or deal with me, which I was the one side laning. So pretty much you can, it goes back to the example of dragon. In this case, I was the dragon. If they sent multiple for me, that means it opens up the split pusher, in this case, which was LeBlanc. So as you can see, you kind of just take that, and then you apply it in a different way, is the best way for me to describe it. So right here, we're going to head bot lane. Because I don't want to be top side anymore, where they're all hanging around. And I'm going to push bot, Everyone's playing for Baron. Enemy team again has two options: deal with me or go for Baron. In this case, if I was the enemy team and Kha'Zix was up, I would go for the Baron. But what I would do instead right now is sack the Baron and kill and send multiple people for the Vayne. So I expect to get ganked by 4 people here in about a second. Lux and Caitlyn still topside. I don't know why. Because they're gonna lose that Baron anyways. You may as well go for the Vayne and get one thing, which is the Vayne. 300 gold is better than no gold, which is what they got. So they end up losing Baron and they get literally nothing. When they instead should have rotated down, tried to make a play on me instead, and try to get 300 gold. It's definitely worth it. Like, no sarcasm involved. Like, that is a genuine play that I would go for if I was the enemy team right here, is go kill the Vayne. Obviously, as the Vayne, if you're smart, you would back off, knowing that the enemy team isn't showing, and you wouldn't die, and then you just end up getting a free Baron, right? And that's literally mid-game, guys. I literally just described mid-game when you're winning very easily. I explained it in 3 different formats. You guys should be able to understand how it goes now for side laning as a person who can side lane, right? Obviously, if you're a champion like Orianna or something, it's a little bit different on how you side lane, because you can't just hard shove and pressure. You don't have that option because you're a control mage. Control mages don't do that well when it comes to side laning. So then you'd have to play the game a bit differently. Wow, they actually stole it. So again, the enemy team has 2 options: go for Dragon or deal with Saskio. They went for the Dragon and they actually got it, which is very surprising. But we get a free tower. We're gonna back up here for a second. And notice the level difference. I'm level 15 Vayne, and everyone else is like level 12, 10, and this is just because I'm side laning. I haven't done anything crazy this game. It's 3-3 and 3. Obviously, again, I have winning teammates, but you just take what you can get, right? But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you guys drop a like, hit the sub button, and have a fantastic rest of your day.